A special project is complete.
We were successful in our attempts to record the collision between Epicilia 2 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Lazy Hermit were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. That is quite a lot of physics data, to be fair. Yeah, got a level up as well. Very nice. Doesn't look like they're too bothered with us.
A special project.
That's actually pretty cool. Science officer Elof Hita has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Segathia 4. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural evidently serves as some sort of low-tech library. It describes, in broad terms, the collected technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads for technologies we had yet to consider. There's enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades, but we will need an orbital research facility to continue the translation efforts. Okay. That is actually a pretty amazing one. Where's Segathia? We might want to set that up. Okay, we now have a reason to want to expand in this direction. Alright, get down here then. I was kind of wondering if we were going to be doing that. Wow. A couple of levels there, very nice.
Strange happenings are afoot.
Impressive structures litter Epicilia 2D surface, practically begging for some archaeological work. Right, we've got some research. Colony development speed increased. Awesome. Let's have a look at the next option. Basic combat roles. Active matrices tuned for specific combat-centric tasks greatly improve engagement efficiency. Or, considering energy is a bit of an issue right now, we can go with global energy management. Load balancing facilities can greatly improve the stability of local grids and feed excess power back into centralized capacitors. And capacity subsidies. Increases the upkeep of technicians by 0.5. Technicians output plus 50%. I think we're going to go with the global energy management. I would like some more research if we can get it, though. Hopefully soon. I don't care too much for automatic surveys just yet. I mean, the survey speed plus 25% isn't bad. Like, it's actually quite good, in fact. But I don't care for the automatic surveys. That's not too much of an issue for me. But the 25% speed on surveys would have possibly been worth it. After some initial success in deducing the fundamentals of the language used by the IOTA aliens, our progress in establishing meaningful communications with them has stalled. It appears that they speak in strange riddles, somehow conveying meaning through short and seemingly nonsensical phrases, to which we can only guess the significance. Oh no! Is it going to be references to historical events? Puzzling. We will need to gather larger sample size. I swear, if this is, if this is, see, I haven't watched that Star Trek episode for so long. Shaka when the walls fell. I think it was, or T something. His arms wide open. I swear, if it's something along those lines, I will be so amused. Shaka when the walls fell, and Tanagra his arms wide. There we go. Thank you very much, Bentham. Thank you very much, Idalak. Diolch yn fawr. I knew I could count on you. Darmok and Gilad on the ocean. Yeah, you know what? Tanagra? Isn't Tanagra somewhere else in it? Temba, his arms wide, sounds more great. Darmok and Gilad at Tanagra. There we go, yes. Darmok and Gilad at Tanagra. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the sheet system. The strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates that it may be a gateway of some sort. Part of the theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it could be restored into working order, its owner would potentially be able to access any other functioning gateway in the galaxy, enabling traveling across huge distances in a matter of days.
Construction
Very
phase
intriguing.
completed.
Archaeological dig site discovered. Wow, there's so many archaeology dig sites over there. My goodness. Oh, there we are, Vlur. Oh, this is Vlur. Void Cloud Vlur. Right. That suddenly makes so much sense. Zinda, his face black, his eyes red. That was such a cool episode. I wouldn't be surprised if some, because they had enough hobbyist linguists helping out with TNG, actually making languages. I wouldn't be surprised if some effort was put into expanding that language significantly. Right, okay, we want mining stations, and then following that we want research stations. Many of both. Please and indeed, thank you. How's the Empire coming along? We're growing. We are meeting people. It's interesting times. I'm hoping to be able to take control of this area here. Sadly, I'm a little concerned about these guys down here. Oh, have they wiped them out? Oh, they have. Huh. I dislike you controlling this area. I dislike it greatly. I also dislike that your fleet is so much bigger than mine. Edic, monolithic. Epsilia 2D is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monoliths' flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical, it must surely be fictional. Surely. Image them for the archives. I dislike
An
you.
unusual phenomenon has cropped up.
Okay. I do like your ships, though. They look pretty amazing. Not gonna lie. I need more ships of my own. Please. Add more. Good. Alright, okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, you got biology and military theory now. Well done. I approve. Our science officer has found an anomaly. It will require extensive probing, but could garner a substantial find. Through hard work and experience, scientist Liv Papalian has developed a new skill and is now an expert in biology. I approve enormously. They have cleared that area out, which is sad, but I want to control it if I can. So how about you just move there? And once this fleet is a little bit stronger, we're just going to try and move in and take it. I would rather not have to defend 2 systems from possible incursion. There are lots of planets here as well. A series of deep boreholes on the surface of Holden 2B are all that remain of the Irasian mining operation that was active on this world some 1.2 million years ago. The void ship Amy Pye has conducted a thorough subsurface scan, but we have yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities. Peculiar.
The situation log has been amended.
Let's have a look at that. Could you, for a chance, research this project for me? I have influence to expand, yep. So hopefully... it's not fully surveyed. Or can I not check that out until it is fully surveyed? Right.
A special project.
I would like you to get over there and check that out right now. Mining drone work ethic. Now this is interesting because I think they've wiped out the mining drones. The drones and their tireless, endless work of extracting ever-diminishing resources from their local planetoids make for a somewhat dull, but nevertheless informative subject of study. In fact, mining networks on Phantom Hive could stand to learn a thing or two about maximizing mineral extraction rates while conserving energy. Additionally, we have found that the drones are not completely silent. They emit signal pings, though extremely infrequently, and at a wavelength hard to isolate from background noise. If there's anyone left to receive these pings, maybe a mystery for another time. I don't need to take them out. Fascinating automata. Mining station mineral yield increased. Get over there, please, and then come back and continue the surveys. But now I guess we can't do anything there, so by all means go ahead and expand out in that direction then. Right. As we continue to investigate Iota aliens, who we now know to be the Kithin Trade Union, it became clear that the phrase they use as references to significant, well-known events that happened at some point in their past. The meanings of these references are apparently generally recognized amongst their kind and can be shortened for expressing a sentiment or state of affairs. Unfortunately, it seems that this form of their language is not the only version of it, but merely the high speech used in official settings and between intellectuals. An altogether more comprehensible low speech vernacular is used in more informal settings, especially among the young and those of lesser intelligence. Unfortunately, it is considered gravely insulting to speak to one of high standing using the low speech, so that they must treat us as the intellectual equivalent of children in order to communicate with us. I see. First time making it to the stream. Too bad, I need sleep, otherwise I would stay. P.S. Fan since Factorio, AAA. Well, hello, mate. I'm very glad to meet you at last. Cerberus, I am amused to see someone to have the patience to not turn the game to max speed 100% of the time, to be honest. Yeah, I just feel that Stellaris is a game where you can play it slow, and if you take your time to read everything and just enjoy the experience of the game just gradually opening up over time, it also affords you an opportunity to interact with chat quite a lot, which is actually a nice one. Contact them in low speech. Surely we can manage to speak their true language. Iota aliens. Kithin Trade Union's opinion of the Twilight Court changes by -25. Influence gained 77. Ends the first contact procedure with the Kithin Trade Union. We will find future first contact processes easier to complete. No, surely we can manage to speak their true language. Envoy Penny Ixbridge pauses, looking confused. We have gathered several phrases that they seem to begin their messages with. Which should we use to greet them? There be his pincers beckoning, cheapening loudly, or better to play this safe on second thought. Well. Uh-oh. You have arrived at an amazing moment, yes. Oh, you want to vote? Okay, we can do a vote. What's the tooltip for each option? If we use the correct greeting, the Kithini will be most impressed, but using the wrong one will likely cause offense. That's all. This could be a bit of an interesting one, yeah. Hey, Radamant, hello, Raiders. How you all doing? What an amusing time for you to drop by. Gonna be honest, you've picked a pretty brilliant time. We are presently... We are presently trying to perform first contact with an alien race who speak much like I forget the name of the race in the TNG episode Darmok and Jalad. So we can choose to take the safe option of talking to them like children would talk, or try our luck. Try our luck and find out whether we impress them or offend them with the wrong statement. But chat wanted a vote. Bilal or Lady Sheilab, are you about? Are you able to set that up for us? But how are you doing, Radamant? What were you playing, mate? Also, yes, Univenom. Very good point. For those of you who are not familiar, Radamant is a pretty prolific streamer. I see him streaming quite often. And also a YouTube creator who I have actually spent a frankly embarrassing amount of time binging his content. Stationeers and Kenshi, chief amongst them. Rimworld. I've tuned in for a couple of Rimworld streams. I haven't actually had the time to start binging his YouTube archives on Rimworld though. But if you enjoy those games, then please do give him a follow. Lady Sheilab, if you could drop a shout out for Radamant, that would be marvelous. But yeah, Radamant is a very... Well, I wouldn't want to say successful Stationeers player, because that puts a lot of pressure. But I think Radamant is a very well-informed Stationeers player, but not necessarily immune to the effects of explosive decompression. Sometimes those moments are the most amusing. You're glorious at dying in interesting ways. Yes, that is a wonderful way of putting it. I approve. But I'm going to go ahead and set up a poll, since asking Lady Sheilab to do that would be a bit unfair. Let's go ahead and get a poll made. Okay. Pincers beckoning or cheeping loudly? There we go, chat. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Which one do you think is us saying hello, basically? There be his pincers beckoning or vek, or vek, cheeping loudly. We are 100% going with one of the two. We're not taking the third option. We're not backing down from this. You can abstain from this vote because you do not meme speak? What do you mean meme speak? Do you not Picard and Dathon at Eladrel? Philistine. Ooh, innocent potato. Can't wait to sink my teeth into a Nemesis too. Can't wait to formally be Galactic Crisis like I usually am. I know it's a little it hits a bit different when you're officially the Crisis than, you know, you just practically are the Crisis. I don't know. Pincers beckoning. It might be inviting someone for a fight, but it depends on if the people are friendly or not. It might be inviting for a mating ritual, for all we know. But cheapening loudly could be distress. By the same token. But let's see what Chad has decided. His pincers beckoning. Very well. Debbie, his pincers beckoning. The reaction to our words was instantaneous. Smiles, or at least what we believe to be their equivalent to smiles, broke out amongst the Cathini, who uttered several phrases of unmistakably friendly character. It seems we chose our form of greeting well. Well done, chat. 57% of you are officially hired as translators. 43% of you who would probably have just started an intergalactic war. For shame. Go sit in the naughty corner. So if you're the Crisis and you get Defender of the Galaxy, does that mean you can hurt yourself more efficiently? You know what? I wonder. But one thing to note, apparently the NPCs can be the Crisis as well. So if a couple of NPCs are the Crisis and you get Defender of the Galaxy, you'd be able to hurt them. That was pretty awesome. I am not going to lie, that was actually amazing. We can leverage this to find out more about them. Gain plus 25% spy network growth on the Kithin Trade Union. Their opinion of us changes by plus 50. And intel on the Kithin Trade Union set to 20. Or, at most delightful people. Riddle's Decoded modifier added for 300 months, giving the following effects. First contact skill plus 1. We will find future first contact processes easier. No, I'm down with getting better first contact for 300 months. It might be a waste, you know, but it's hard to say. This one would be a forever benefit against the Kithin Trade Union. Manga book. 50 of that 57% were lucky, but 7 of that 57% have legit translator skills, and we must work out which ones they were. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. You know what? I think right now we are xenophiles. And so it makes more sense for us to choose this one. So, a most delightful
An
people.
alien society calls to us from across the ether.
What a majestic looking species they are. You hacked into us, and now you call us friend? Bah. The Kithian Trade Union will remain vigilant towards your kind. Okay, so they've taken more of the reduced spy abilities anyway. So even if we picked the spy option, all that would have given us is less of a negative. Is that a spider or a snake? Why not both? New friends bring one closer to divinity. They are authoritarian, xenophile militarists, whereas we are xenophile authoritarian spiritualists, so they're actually fairly close to us. New friends bring one closer to divinity. Oh, that was awesome. That was absolutely awesome, I've got to be honest. We've also fully investigated this area. They're independent. Unknown Federation, Unknown Federation, Unknown Federation, so yeah. The voyage at Abarash Kempachi's crew is reporting that they found something spectacular on Sheet 2. On the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action by Chief Science Officer Papillion is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There is also the possibility to sell them off to a private investor. Wow, that is a lot of money, to be fair. But, no, send it to the homeworld.
The situation log has been amended.
And translate the Explorer text. It's going to take us a while to complete, but do it anyway. Alright, we're not going too badly. They're just a little bit more aggressive in their friend making than we are. Yeah, that seems about right. The problem with any kind of multiplayer stream is a game of Stellaris is multiple streams worth. And I mean multiple my streams worth. So multiple 12 to 15 hour sessions. You know, it wouldn't be out of this world. Because a single player game might be something like 15 to 20 hours long. Multiplayer game is probably going to be 20 to 30 hours long. That's difficult. The subscribers can handle it, Aavak. I wish they could, but experience has taught me otherwise. Experience has taught me otherwise. Right, well, they don't seem against me exploring, so... Oh. I can't survey within someone else's area. Okay, maybe they do have something against me exploring, but I can move through their area right now. They don't have any issue against that. Well, let's go ahead and contact them. Oh, wow. Yeah, 120. Friendly. This empire views us as a friend and may be willing to form an alliance with us. We currently have neutral relations plus 120. We do not have enough intel. We can only speculate as to their reasons for holding this opinion of us. They are belligerent, and we've not got enough intel on them at all. I could send our envoy to be a spy, gather some more intel, or, alternatively, wow! We really impressed them. They are ruthless capitalists, though. Oh, no. Ruthless capitalists are willing to go to any lengths to acquire more wealth and resources for themselves and for their empire. They tend to avoid evenly matched fights, preferring to pounce on the weak and the helpless. We came all the way to space to avoid capitalism. And here we are, faced with ruthless capitalists. Seriously, we should have gone with the zombies. Okay, well, let's have a look at our options. Offer a migration treaty, form a research agreement, form a commercial pact, form a defense pact, establish an embassy, improving the effectiveness of friendly envoys and increasing intel targets of one another. Guarantee independence, form non-aggression pact, build a spy network, improve relations. I would like to establish an embassy. Establish an embassy on the capital planet, improving the effectiveness of friendly envoys and increasing intel targets to one another. What's this? Click here to decrease the number of favors. Oh, if I needed to use favors for it. Right. Let's confirm that. And I'd also like to start building a spy network. Hopefully, we can continue to build up our relations without needing a spy. A couple of days have passed since we first made contact with the Cathini, and now they are sending us a message. We know what you have done, Voitzingers. The casket you desecrated was the final resting place of our first star traveler. We demand an apology. Oh no! Oh no! The grave we found. Oh dear. It was merely a dead body. Your relationship will be affected. Apologize for this transgression. This is awkward, yeah. But right now, we are friendly with them. We are a death cult, of all things, and we view death in a certain way. We can apologize for the transgression, because it is not their way, even if it is ours. It is merely a dead body, but that doesn't mean that we can't understand why they would be sad if it wasn't their way. They're not mutually exclusive. We can feel this, but still be sorry that we've crossed some sort of cultural line of theirs. If you're a death cult, you should be able to understand treating the dead as sacred. We're a death cult. We're not a dead cult or a corpse cult. Death is not a corpse. Death is what happens to take a formerly alive collection of cells and organisms and transform it into basically a heap of flesh. Do you assign the importance to the heap of flesh or to the process by which an alive organism is now a dead one? See, nothing is that straightforward, High Kaiser. Making absolute statements like that, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, you can absolutely be right in that perhaps a death cult would view it that way, but it's not an absolute that it must. Only Siths deal in absolute. But yeah, I do agree, though, that we can easily empathize with them. We apologize for the transgression. Let's have a look at how that affected things. It dropped it by 20. Interesting. They did accept the embassy, though. As long as we stand together, nothing can threaten the Kithian Trade Union and the Twilight Court.
A system survey has concluded. There's a light over the newly established colony.
Ooh. There we go. We have established it. We have established a colony of High Kaiser. There we go, mate. We now have a new U. We have currently one available job. We have very, very limited pops. There is currently no species growing on the planet. We want there to be, though. I wonder. Phantom Hive isn't even at full pop yet either, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. But Void Singers make up the majority population there. Perhaps we could invite. Well, they have Savannah preference. They're probably not going to want to live where we live. That's just the reality there. They would likely not appreciate it. Nevertheless, perhaps one day we will be able to get them to come join us. We could. Could consider building a starbase. Maybe, but for now we'll just build out. It's one population, not necessarily one person. Yeah, sorry. Populations typically represent enormous amounts. Oh, damn it, they're in there first. Alright. We're going to have to be super fast about this. They may not finish exploring this place in time. But that is unfortunate.
A system survey has concluded.
We may lose that fight, sadly.
A special project is complete.
After investigating the boreholes on Holden 2B, archaeologists found the fossilized remains of over 100 Isarian miners at the bottom of one of them. They appear to be more victims of the Javorian pox that brought about the fall of the Isarian Concordat. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, their comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the moon was evacuated. An interesting find. More level ups. We've got a long way before the galactic age.
Has concluded.
We've finished surveying, so let's continue out.
A system survey has concluded.
Wait a second, what? Why are you surveying there? Oh no. Stop. Alright, that's unfortunate. I think that may be why you checked out this place first. Well, plop.
Strange happenings afoot.
I'd given you the wrong set of commands, sadly. Oh well. Let's pause that for a moment. There is movement in the upper atmosphere of Astrubius B1. As though a ship was gliding hurriedly through the clouds. Research it. Rivalry declared. Let us end this charade. Alright. Declare rivalry. Having him as our rival will give us a bit more influence. Continue. Right, well, let's check out our options in terms of espionage. Oh. Interesting. Well, I guess hegemony would have caused that, actually. Yeah. The moment we declared them a rival.
Now that our spy network has reached a sufficient level, we may launch operations against this empire. These are arranged in categories with different types of operation leading to different outcomes, some more perilous than others.
Okay. Gather intel would be useful. I'll allow them to continue building it up, but I don't necessarily feel that at this stage having an envoy improving the relations here is really going to help us out that much. We'll keep doing it just for the hope that it'll help out, but the moment we have a better use for an envoy, I'll pull them back. Okay. What have we just discovered? More ancient combat drones, fair enough. A surprise catch. Our spy master watching the Hijam state reports a surprise successful acquisition of a new asset. A sympathetic contact who will be of service to our operation, as and when we need them. All efforts have been taken to ensure that this new contact is genuine. Protocols have been established which seek to minimize the risk of potential double agents, for example. Excellent. Jake 2D has encountered a hostile entity, that's fine. Okay, well, let's have a quick peek. Bureaucrat. A disgruntled bureaucrat that has been lured into our service through false promises of a better life. Spy network modifiers, maximum spy infiltration level +5, operation modifiers, subterfuge operation skill +4, and government operation skill +4. Okay. Will they be used up?
Assets are valuable agents and artifacts which provide different effects for our espionage activities. They work within the spy network and may be assigned to operations, where they can open up new opportunities or else help us out of trouble.
We may receive assets through events or by performing the acquire asset operation. If a spy network ceases to exist, its assets also lost. Okay, don't show this again. Our operatives will compile information on the Hijam state, delivering an intelligence report when complete. Assigning an asset to this operation may skew the results towards their interests. Okay, difficulty 4, hell, skill bonus 0, insight 0. So it's basically just like archaeology again. Difficulty 4, easy. Very nice. Commence already. Once your operatives have completed their preparations, they will automatically commence the operation without waiting for confirmation. No. I would like that to continue. Oh no, I have got to set that up. Right? Oh, cost. I don't have the money for it. Right. Just being a bit of a derp there. Now, I am a bit worried about this fleet. I have not got a lot of strength in it. I need a good deal more. Yeah, we need cash to pay the workers, indeed. That's why getting down there is going to be important.